Now, you're not supposed to use the word they. Psychiatrists, psychologists. The difference between psychology and psychiatry is G, a tree. G, right? Okay, so... No, the psychology would have to do, if you got 2 or 3 algorithms running at once, because you can't really say there's only one running, unless you can really do all the math. And then there's psychiatry, which isn't so concerned about what you're functioning as a computer program is. So I don't see how you can license these guys until they've done all the math, because, you inject somebody with Eli Lilly's... and who sits on the board of directors? George Bush. So you're filling your kids with government-sponsored Ritalin and putting defibrillators in the malls. I thought these defibrillators were for old people, but no, they got such juice in their pills that they never have heart attacks anymore. It's for the kids on Ritalin. They got defibrillators in the malls now, so people in their drugs. Yeah, because, there's no protein in human breast milk, so if you feel like shit, you stop eating salt and sugar, acids in general. That's amino acids, it's protein, so you can't do math when you're stoned on your last meal. But anyway, you can't use the word they, because it's an inspecific grouping. Now, the thing about inspecific grouping is you got to remember that violence and humor are exactly the same definition. Forced association, disassociation. So we're going to find this song here. He's going to fall for the taboo word quick. What do we say? They. Yes, because they is just so unspecific. It's very rude to say. The little Miss Marple's etiquette here with Ann Landers. How do you spell quick again? I think I sometimes use a Q. Use a Q. See, what I like about these texting things now is you can spell things whatever way you like. I mean, you're paying for that thing. It flies across the... And I hope it's not wireless. We don't need wireless. I mean, that stuff is... We got wires everywhere. The whole thing about the internet was that it could survive a nuclear attack because it's so hardwired. But anyway, are you finding this song? I don't think so. Anyway, they is an inspecific grouping. Could be violent, could be humorous. It says, so who are you? I don't know. Are you one of them? See, who are they? I don't know. Are you one of them? That's how it goes. So whenever you hear this they, you want to get it to a them. E-F-G-H-I. Yeah, you do. I'm intuitively. You don't have to listen to me on this. You can come up with your own. But it just... they're after me, doctor. They don't understand. They've got it in for me. If you use the word they to your psychiatrist, you may not escape the Eli Lilly treatment of drugs and paying for someone else to call you sick. This is you don't want a smart doctor. You want an unlucky doctor. Because a lucky doctor will heal you accidentally. A smart doctor will just come up with all these wonderful names for your illness. Anyway, quick to drive a car. I've got another version here, don't we? Quick to drive. And I actually spelled it with a Q. But it's not in this. N-O-P. L-M-N. How do you get... Lists of lists of lists. And you actually like lists. That makes you non-autistic. Autistic children never say the word I. Okay, because the backward sound to I is ow. So whenever you hear an I, you're probably registering an ow. Play these sounds backwards, and you will find that artists are always saying I. It's quite insulting. I is a kind of noble... poly sport. Me is a much more singular, and it doesn't have to be so noble. It could be a little more perverse. But I don't know why these vowels and sounds hit you, but I want to be Q. Quit driving the car. Yeah, well, if you can get out of the landlord employer before the graveyard, if you can get out of that without stumbling across inheritance, possession, and all that other things, It's not that you've taken the military format, it's that you've taken the sanity. You know, do we consider the president or the prime minister or the queen or any of these, nobles that we have either elected or not? Because we have to consider Idi Amin here in Uganda. He was accused of cannibalism. I can't find this other version, so I'll have to stick with this. Do we consider these people wards of state? Are they just as bad as the homeless? Do we really have to feed them or listen to what they say? Or, can we look after them if they get sick? Because I know that they are quick to drive a car, just like everybody else. And if they're quick to drive a car, then they're in a hurry. You got no time to talk to them because they got no time to talk. They're in a hurry. They're in a car. So quick. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. Count to 11 instead of 10. Take some more time. Keep to yourself, because these people are quick to drive a car. They're in a freaking hurry. I know that they are quick to drive a car. This is too funny. It's just too fucking. Whenever you see someone in a car and they go at the intersection, they want to let you go first. They're burning oil, oxygen. It's important they get home to their garage and shut that thing off. So they're in a hurry, and they want to give you the time of day so they can curse you. These people do not know how to be nice to themselves first. They don't try to be nice to you by stopping that car. You stay away from that car. You let it go. It's in a hurry. See, if they weren't in a hurry, they would not be in a car. See, does this make register to you? If they got the time of day that you're walking down that street, just like in Europe where the pollution is thick that you can walk on it. So, you people don't. It's just too humorous. It is so funny. I'm just about ready to fall over here. They want to let you go first at this intersection, and I think you're holding back, 200 horsepower and 2,000 pounds of metal with a brake that might fail at any minute, and they want you to walk in front of it, and you're going, no, you're in a hurry, you're in a car, you go first. And some people take this as an insult. 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. Yeah. Anyway, so we sing a nice little song. I know that they are quick to drive a car, quick to drive a car. I know that they are quick to drive a car. I know that they are quick to drive. And you notice that the I know that they are leaves a little space for another I know that they're, because there's two of you here, so your left and your right both. I know that they are. It just takes the other side a little longer to say it. That's how we got our plus and minus and our negative, good, bad. There is no such thing as good or bad people. Is it good to be good? Is it unusual to be unusual? It cannot be unusual to be unusual. Technically, usual is all the collection of unusual, so it can't be good to be good. It can't be bad to be bad. So there's no such thing as two, or two is the only thing that exists, and all those other numbers can just go take a bath. But I trust you, you can't do the math if you're stoned on protein. You're going to giggle about the word the, or they, or it, or you're going to find some little hole in the language that you're going to laugh yourself off the planet before the great landlord-employer misery strikes you as even funnier. Here we are, we own the galaxy, and we've got problems with homeless, and we want to go to Mars. Should we send the landlords first to Mars, because then they could prepare a way for the homeless? Of course, if you send the homeless to Mars first, then you wouldn't have this landlord problem. They'd be wanting to go there and house all them, and then once you got them there, so we're going to build that glass dome, send it up with all these lasers. The only thing is, we're the only ones that can go live there. Even the creatures that live in our skin don't want to go there. So we have to kind of go up there and shave and come back 20,000 generations later and see what grows, if it'll have us. You got to be political, diplomatic when you're talking about another planet. So anyway, stop capture here. Is this ridiculous enough for you? Because we can't even handle fire hydrants. We've got these things that need to be drained every spring. White people have ruined the planet, and we might be funny, but incest is, and then there's encephalitis from all this protein eating. but we're funny. We're really funny. I mean, we just happen to ruin the planet for 1/6 of the planet. Would you argue that the white people are the most dangerous 6 of the planet, or is it the Chinese? They're another 6, and then there's the Hindu Indians. They're another 6. So that's only half the world we've defined. I think it's actually more than that. You probably got like 4 billion when you do that. 13 factorial people, that's so many, and I will not count anymore. Well, 2 to the power 33, because the Masonic number 33, but no, I won't count up past 7. Well, some people like to go 7 billion, because it's a nice round number. It's evil to count heads or measure land, people. If we were given mathematics, there are 2 things we're not ever to do. Anyway, we'll get back to you. Stop capture. That means finish.